All right, Bellringer fans, it's Mr. Callback. It's a Thursday, Hockey Jersey Thursday. And woo, outside enjoying this summer weather. Hope you enjoy the weather. It's nice to have some summertime, a little taste of summer here. Now, of course, let's talk about climax communities today. We've been talking about, ecosystems and succession and stuff. Like what's supposed to be here in Peru, New York is like forest. Like it's supposed to be what's supposed to be. And the thing that's supposed to be there is called climax community, right? We learned that while we studied Treetops Valley. So let's look at the different types of climax communities today. And that'll take us to the nice long Memorial Day weekend. Happy Hockey Jersey Thursday to you.
All right.
Hey now.
Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
You might learn a ton.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
It's interesting too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
And he's super cool.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
All right. We remember energy pyramids, right? This is not one of them. This is a different triangle. This is all about what we call biomes. Like, there are large geographic areas which have similar climate, similar temperature, similar precipitation. And we call those areas biomes, right? It's like a descriptive name for a type of ecosystem. For example, you and I live in the temperate forest biome. What does that mean? That it's not hot, it's not cold, it's somewhere in between. It's temperate and it's pretty wet. In fact, if you're gonna have a forest, it's gonna be really wet, right? So we have this kind of chart shows as you change temperature from hot to cold, you get different types of vegetation. When you change moisture from hot to cold, you get different types of vegetation, right? Like we have places that are extremely hot and extremely dry, we call tropical deserts, okay? But there are deserts in places which have 4 seasons. We call those temperate deserts, all right? We have grasslands, which are not wet enough to support large populations of trees. But then we have forests, if it's wet enough to have large populations of trees, all right? So they're different, we call them biomes. And you're gonna learn about the different biomes, okay? Perhaps a more accurate description of what these look like is this kind of triangle, it's not really a pyramid, but right, we've got hot deserts, cold deserts, grasslands. Some of them are temperate, which means it has 4 seasons. Some are tropical, which means it's hot all the time, right? You and I live in the temperate deciduous forest, right? 4 seasons, okay? If it gets much wetter, we would call it a rainforest. If it was much warmer, we call it a tropical forest. If it was warmer and wetter, we would call it a tropical rainforest. Okay? If it gets cooler, we have different types of trees. We call it the taiga or the coniferous, or sometimes called the boreal forest. And when it gets really cold, you can't grow any trees at all. There's just, especially in a place called the tundra. All right, so today in class, you're going to be given, we're going to talk about Disney, and you're going to be given a Disney princess, and then your job with that is to figure out where did that princess live, and then what was the environment like where that princess lived? What type of biome did she live in? All right, so that's going to be today's in-class assignment as we work towards Memorial Day weekend. All right, does that sound fun? Yeah, let's do it without any more haste. Haste makes waste. Let's go.